rarely have dreams about specific people or things. Sometimes it's just one big, massive adventure to unknown places and stuff. Some dreams have been quite memorable in the past, but last night I had a dream where a character appeared that never had before. Joseph Joestar from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I wouldn't say I'm that much of a fan of the show because all I've seen was the Joseph Joestar saga, but I have to admit it's quite entertaining. It was so funny. In the dream, JoJo was so happy to see me. He was all like, Victoria! How lovely to see you! I can't do an English accent very well, but I really gotta say, it was quite flattering to hear something like that from a guy like him. I mean, well, let's face it, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure characters don't exactly look like the most attractive anime guys. I mean, seriously. It seems all the characters have a major case of steroid syndrome, if you know what I mean. Way too muscular for my tastes. But I really have to say, something that really makes up for that is their personalities. It's like every single JoJo's Bizarre Adventure character has extraordinary charisma stats. Yeah, they're just so charismatic, such amazing personalities, and always dramatic in such a likable way. Like, Joseph Joestar is almost like a, a thug Sherlock Holmes or something. Almost like he's kind of a gentleman because of his accent, but the way he's able to predict his opponent's moves and stuff like that, it definitely seems like a Sherlock Holmes of a fighter or something. It does help that he has that British accent. Makes him seem so proper. It's kind of funny. I know that he has the same voice as number one from Kids Next Door, but I just can't really tell the resemblance, even though some people can. Yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure characters sure are cool, but still not as cool as some other characters that I know of. Sometimes I keep on thinking, what does it take to make a good, attractive anime character? Hmm. Well, I don't really like to admit this, but the truth is, when it comes to anime characters and sometimes even cartoon characters, sometimes there are certain characters that, even when they're jerks, I still like them. Like Kai from Beyblade or Neji from Naruto. I wouldn't like jerks in real life, but still, I've always had a thing for calm, cool, kind-hearted guys that prefer to keep to themselves, yet still smile from time to time and are very close to their friends and always want to do the right thing and whatnot. Yeah. Well, I guess I kind of go beyond those boundaries when it comes to anime characters. But when it comes to attractive appearances, um, it's kind of pretty much the same as I am in real life. Like, I've always had a thing for guys with long dark hair. But of course, I also adore nice, healthy, thin build, and muscle is good, but not too much, because too much muscle is way unattractive. I always like guys with healthy builds because I like healthy guys, if you know what I mean. A lot less stressful and stuff like that. I like a guy that takes care of himself. And of course, there's no shortage of guys like that in anime. It's just that some are too muscular, you know? Like in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But of course, personality and appearance wise, there are a lot of anime guys that have lots of fangirls and whatnot. But of course, it's just a bit of a fan base for me. I mean, I don't really believe in the whole waifu has bando things or whatnot. It's just something for fun, for my imagination, you know? Sometimes it helps me out when I'm feeling lonely, although I haven't really done that in quite a while. Let my imagination run wild with some kind of fantasy anime crush or whatever. I guess it just doesn't really substitute with real interactions. The problem is, with the pandemic, the only way I could possibly meet new people is online, and that isn't exactly something that makes me very comfortable. I don't really, I have I have a hard enough time getting to know people I don't know. It's even harder when I've never met them face to face. That makes me kind of miss college, because at college I got to interact with all kinds of people. Yeah, some of them I still really miss to this day, but I'm trying my best to move on. Yeah, some of them I really wish I knew why they wanted to cut ties with me even though they were so nice to me. Yeah, yeah, well, whatever. I really do hope that soon I'll be able to find some new friends, but it'd be a really hard thing to do on Tinder. I know just how random and unreliable that thing can be, but really it's the only free dating site that I know of, so, yeah, seriously. It's kinda hard when you're going through some lonely times during this crazy pandemic where everyone has to stay home. Well, luckily, I still have my dreams to work on, full of my entire universe, my stories, my characters, my artwork, still working on my books, still working on the lore of my worlds, like my website and whatnot. Still working on my characters and still building new environments for my animations. But of course, for me right now, the best way to show the world my characters is to make and publish my books. Because that's the one thing that I can do on my own that I could share with potentially thousands of people. Yeah. Of course, my one biggest dream is that people would love my characters and stories so much that they make fan art of it. It would be so amazing to see people make artwork of my characters. That's something I always get a kick out of. Boy, am I rambling on about myself again. I mean, seriously, I thought I was going to talk about anime in this video, but here I go again rambling on about what's going on currently with me. Well, guess this just ended up as being another random video. Okay, whatever.